Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video, and our third video of the day. So in today's evening's video, we're going to be talking about the updates on Hurricane Elsa. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on post notifications if you do subscribe, and make sure you check out my new merch shop that we recently launched within the last 24 hours. So here is our satellite imagery. As you guys can see that we are seeing a lot of rotation with the storm currently right now. So as you guys look right here, that the storm is currently, we erased that real fast. You guys can see that the storm is currently right here. With the center earlier, it has dissipated, but it looks like it's beginning to reform its center a little bit. You can kind of see in that the storm is not as strong as it was. It might be satellite imagery that's making it look weak. I'll have to see if it has weakened or anything. But you guys can see that it's having earlier it was having that broad spin on this thing, and now we're still seeing some type of spin. But um, you guys can see that we have three possible solutions, and I'll let you know in a minute what kind of possible solution I think that's more likely happening. I did a lot of calculation on this, depending off history, did a lot of research, and I will name the three reasons why I picked this option. And this is just my opinion. Make sure you stay with you guys' local weather and national weathermen, or even the National Hurricane Center for you guys' updates and safety. So here's my first this is what the models are saying. This is the GFS, not the GFS, the European, and the CMC, and then we have the GFS over here. Now, part of me is that this storm is probably going to end up meeting up in the middle, which I think it's either gonna die or it's gonna make landfall in the middle of Florida. Um, Part of me does not feel like it's gonna make landfall in the Florida. I will stick with the way I think is gonna happen. What I think is going to happen is this is going to happen and it's going to get absorbed by a front with the storm, because right here is where we're strongest storms right here are, wherever our storms can form, right in the Caribbean Sea. And this is where the storm is currently right now. So I think it's going to go in the Atlantic, and this is how I feel just based off history, because none of the models are agreeing currently right now. So I feel like that we could be seeing more of a chance going in there. And now in GFF, I'm at the European and CMC are um kind of agreeing now. So that's why it leads me there. Now we go back to our cone. Look at our cone. This is our recent cone around 6:45, I believe, the last time it updated. This is, yes, your 5 p.m. updation. So now we can currently see a lot has changed with this 5 p.m. update. Um, so if we look, we currently these right here, these little islands, the Campeche Islands, or down there by Campeche, we can see that these islands could probably be moved off the watches and warnings. But now we're going to Cuba. We're talking about tropical storm watch right here, and then a hurricane watch right now. Now, with this new updation, like I said during the live stream, I called it. I said they might move this one up to H and then leave these as a tropical storm. Now, the track still has it going out, still on top of Florida, but I think this track is going within the next probably 48 hours. While I'm in the location, I probably won't be posting a video tomorrow or Sunday or Monday, maybe Monday. But I might try to track it a little bit down there. But as you guys can see, I think this cone's going to end up bending a little bit more towards the east and north, a little bit more, because looking at history, it makes sense. Now, if I'm wrong, don't. This is my opinion. Don't take it for granted that I'm right, because this is probably more likely. I feel like might be wrong, because I'm just using it because the forecast models are not agreeing. None of the computers are agreeing for some reason, and I don't know why. Because normally 4 or 5 days out, we normally have a set thing, or we're close to that set thing. So you guys can see that our storm is now here, and you can see now we officially have these tropical storm force winds extended up into the Carolina of Virginia border now. As you guys see, our Florida is eventually now at a 30% chance with tropical storm force winds. Cuba, you guys are officially at 50% of force winds. And then we go into here Jamaica, you guys are still on the 60%, which is still pretty high chance. This is our 2 p.m. updation, so something we got to keep eye on. Now, if we go down to here, with our hurricane ensembles. So here, before we start looking at that, here is Hurricane Elsa, 75 kT. The pressure is 991 MB. So pretty much, we're still looking at the same sense live stream right here. Your pressure right here. We're moving at northwest still. Currently right now with 75 kT. It only needs 10 more miles an hour in order to have a category 2, because right now it is currently a category 1. But the thing is, the models are saying that we are possibly not going to be seeing anything. That's the thing about it, because the models are saying that we might not be seeing a very weak tropical storm in the Caribbean. And I think this is downplayed because this hurricane is a. I'll get to that in a minute. Explain that why I think these models are underestimating this storm. Just to be honest, but here, this is our um, model intensity guide right here, and you can see that we're currently in the jumbo of between Cat 1 and Tropical Storm. My estimate is going to be a strong Tropical Storm, or it's going to be a weak Category 1. That's my estimate, but we do not know when it's going to hit that where it's going to make landfall. It could be North Carolina. The models are unsure still as of right now, as we speak. But hopefully we'll just have to watch the weekend to see what we're going to be seeing. You can see a lot of jumbles. These models are everywhere. You got a lot of models that are going down. You got a lot of models going up, then down. You got a lot of models staying straight. It's just a big jumble of mess that models are not agreeing right now. So right now we're just playing this game where we have to wait and see what these models are going to be doing. So really, there's nothing we can do right now besides sit back and watch the storm, and maybe hopefully, hope the best, and hope we don't make a category 2 in the Gulf of Mexico. Which I'm not saying that's gonna be the case, but you gotta keep that in your mind. You gotta be prepared for that type of things. Surge when it comes down to here. Like I said, honestly, don't take what I'm saying right now for my estimations. Pretty much, I think that we're going to be seeing pretty much um landfall from the Panhandle if it takes this track, the Panhandle all the way to Key West. Now, if it takes a different track like this, say like this, then we can see landfall around the Carolinas. If the high does back off, which the high is sitting like this right now, if this high does back off, then the storm can actually go like this, what the Europeans say. But now let's look at the latest GFS run. Now, the thing that I'm curious about the GFS is that the last few runs it's been saying that it's going to stay weak. So this is your 6 p.m. update of the GFS, and if you realize this, compare this. This was last run, so same. And now look at yesterday's run. Big tremendous difference. We're talking about 994 for yesterday's run. That's a big difference. The GFS has weakened, and now that's why I'm thinking that the GFS is underestimating the storm. We're talking about the GFS thinks the storm. This is the storm right now. It's at a pressure of 191. Right now, it's at a hurricane. It's at 991. So right now, so 991 MB right now. It's not at 1001. I couldn't see there for a second. 1001. So honestly, I think the GFS is underestimating the storm. Just to be honest, I don't agree with the GFS right now. The GFS is just it's thinking too hard. I think about the storm. It's underestimating the storm right now. And same thing with the European, the CMC. They're all underestimating the storm. I feel like with a pressure of 1,000. So you're telling me in the next 20 to 15, 10 hours from now, you're talking about we're going to see a tropical storm when we wake up tomorrow morning, and nothing happens. I don't think that's going to be the case. And GFS shows this is the strongest peak of the storm is 996 and then weakening. There's a reason why we have a hurricane warnings and watches out for parts of Cuba right now, because I think the National Weather Service or Hurricane Center is kind of not trusting these models right now. They're saying we need to call our own and look at history and add our calculations, because it's kind of hard right now because none of the models are big jumbo right now, so we don't really know what's the problem right now. So if we go into the European, the Euro, I like to call it, and the thing is, the GFS just had a buttload of money put into it. That's why we're having a lot of problems. So this one doesn't have its exact time, but the European has it way weaker. I don't know why. But then going over Cuba, and now you're talking about it's talking about going up to here, getting carried by this front. As you guys can see, it's gonna get carried by that front, and honestly, I don't know. The European, the GFS, all that's not agreeing right now. It's something. And now I'm going to take a look at every single model today to get the average out, because I've only looked at CMC, the GFS, and the European. Now the thing is that the CMC is agreeing with the European, but the CMC takes it out to the Outer Banks, Nax Head area, Kildiva Hills area. So that's something we do have to watch out, because I feel like that we're going to be fighting with the storm right now, because it's making landfall in Florida, which normally where the cone says is going out within the 5 days, normally it is wrong. 95% of the time we see it every time. Same thing with last hurricane season. So I don't think it's gonna make landfall in Tampa. I think the landfall is probably gonna be between all the way Key West. I'm not gonna discontinue Tampa, because it's still something possible. But the CMC has more of a track like this, or more into the Carolinas. It has more of a track like this, and making its way into the Carolinas, scraping off and going into parts of the United States. So I don't know. This is something we do have to keep eye on, because these models could be, switching every 5 seconds. It's either the GFS is gonna give up or the European's gonna give up, and I really think the GFS is gonna give up at the end of the day. So it takes a track like that, moves like that. My track is off a little bit, but scraping the whole entire Outer Banks. But my thing is showing it's going to be stronger in Outer Banks, um, which I don't think that's going to be reasonable, because the Outer Banks and the Kildiva Hill area is actually cooler water. The only thing that's probably supplying this does make sense for the storm to form up here is the jet stream, or the Gulf of Mexico, the body of water that drips out, which is pretty much the Gulf of Mexico. That water comes out and dips like this, and it might be helping this hurricane out a little bit when it does take this uh track over here. Now, I think honestly, landfall's possible anywhere right now, but to CMC, I kind of do disagree on it a little bit, because everything's shown weaker. I think this is going to be definitely a stronger storm than what some models are saying. So we go into our Native American, the military, or the Native Bear. Here you guys can see that the Native Americans kind of on the same side as the GFS. I meant the European and pretty much the CMC. So, but it takes it more into Murray Beach area instead of I will mark off. So the GFS is saying landfall here. We're just gonna put a G. Not the best G. Right here is the native, so we're just gonna put it in. Probably not the best N too. Now we're gonna put the landfall is gonna be right here for the Euro, or no, the European, or the CMC. Yeah, the CMC, and the uh the European is gonna be right here. We're gonna put the European. Not the best writing, but you can see we're having different spots. All these models are saying something else. We got one model that's saying Gulf of Mexico or Florida side, We're saying one that's going to be in the Murray Beach area. We're going to say one that's in the Killdeva Hills / Outer Banks area. We have one that's going to die off and get carried by our front. That's the European. So none of these models are agreeing. Now, we do have more models that are agreeing on this side. That's the thing. We have more models that are agreeing in this area of landfall or it going on this side versus one. Now, that one could be right because they just invest money, and I hope the money was worth it. Because if it gets this storm wrong, then I don't know what to say at this point. The GFS. Now, we do have to keep in mind that the European was not the best last year. They have its ups and downs last year, struggles, everything like that. So, you guys look at this right here. We're not seeing nothing with this storm. This is not even a good model. I don't even know why I would show that. Let's look at this one. Yeah, the same thing with this one. This one doesn't show anything, which it's all right. But it's landfall anywhere. People are panicking, and I don't want to start panicking to start the panic because that's something that can start to scare people and start a bunch of fights, and it just starts a bunch of stuff that Florida, you know, Tampa Bay area. I doubt you guys will get hit full on because you named the last time we have seen you guys get hit. So that's just the thing about it. That's what we just gotta see. But that's the thing. That's the thing about weather. That's what we love about weather. Our weathermen, all of us, we love tracking weather like that because it's fun. It's exciting. Now, I am going to show you guys this right here because I was talking about this during the live stream, actually. That this right here, where this hurricane's getting to enter, is getting ready to enter a very nice tropical area. And where these darker colors stand for is where hurricanes can be sustained or even tropical storms. Now, the storm is currently in the beginning of the Caribbean Sea, but that's still enough for a storm to get going and make it stronger. Now they do have it scheduled for the pretty much the hurricane. They're saying the next 2 days we're gonna see nothing. We're gonna see it stay at 75 kT at 85 miles an hour, staying the same pressure, everything. I don't believe that. I don't see that because I think it's going to either go up or it's going to go down. Now, more me is going to say, but I think once we get past this Cuba or the Jamaica island here, if it does miss and squeeze in by, I think once it's going to have to face that the threat of getting weakened and dissipating because the mountains on Cuba, I'm not sure if Cuba has too many mountains actually. I know Jamaica and the islands in between, you got some islands that's gonna probably hurt it a little bit if it does decide to go and west or east of it. If it just goes right in the middle, smack of that of this both of those islands like that, then we could start to see and talk. Maybe the storm has a better chance, but it all matters. We will probably be finding out in the next probably 48 hours where we're going to be seeing the storm go right now. Now, overnight, we're probably going to see it go over here. So, like I said, the European could switch, the GFS could switch. That's the thing about, tracking weather. It could switch anytime, any day, anywhere. And that's pretty much what weather is, That's the thing that we have with that. So, this is our satellite imagery. You guys can see some thunderstorms with it and some thunderclouds, definitely. So it's showing strengthening right now. And I do want to show this one actually too. So this is our mission right here. Let's look for the right one. Here we go. Alright, so these are your wind miles per hour to KT. As you guys see, you got the islands right here. Here, let me mark it for you guys. So, because these things could kind of be hard to see. Let's switch this over here. Over here. So you guys can see a little bit better. Alright, so you got your islands over here. Little islands, you got a little land marker. Now, where we're seeing the most of the strong winds, which sounds right, is the northeast side of the storm, which is going around 83 kT, which Normally, always the right side is the worst side of the storm, and hurricanes and all that. You guys can see in towards the center of it, right in here, you're starting to see to around 60 kt, which is around 75 miles an hour, or no, yeah, 75, and then where we're seeing this right where it's 83 kt. So we're seeing definitely some strong, and then once we get here, so this is probably around the center right here. I'll imagine this is where the center is located. Right in here, it's located right in here. That's my estimate with that. I don't know. This is going to be a fun storm to track. I know it's probably going to be in the Cuba area once I post a video, or even past it. We all just have to find out in the next 48 hours. Here, this is what I was just talking about with the rotation right here. If you look at that, pretty much, see if they got anything else up here that's going to be interesting for it. Uh, But that's gonna be the wrap of the video today, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Make sure you turn on post notifications if you choose to subscribe. Make sure you share this video, like, comment, anything you have questions for, and don't forget we drop new merch. Link down below if I remember, and link down below for all the websites if I remember. So I guess I will be posting a video maybe Sunday. I'll bring my laptop with me to my place I'm going, and maybe we'll be able to post a video, but I doubt I'll be having a video tomorrow, so I guess I'll have to catch you. And if I do choose to post a video, I might try to squeeze a quick one. That's probably going to be like 5 minutes updation and be really quick. And it might take some time to upload because we're going in the middle of nowhere, so I hope so I can upload. Until next time, guys. Alright.